Is Bitcoin setting up to go to the moon? Well, today, talking about how a month ago, Bitcoin was at the $5,000 area, and now today, it's close to $10,000. I made a video on it, talking about it here on YouTube, talking about how I was buying the dip, the 50% dip. I bought the dip, and guess what? I got the reward. When everybody else said I was an idiot, everybody else said that Bitcoin was going to zero, I saw the opportunity on why I thought it was a good buy, why I thought it was an opportunity, and I'm going to talk about what is going on from here. What's next? Let's see what happens next. Let's see what the future holds for Bitcoin. Let's talk about what I'm looking for and the overall plan from here. Let's. All right, so back on March 14th, I made a video talking about how I was going to be buying Bitcoin after it crashed 50% from the $8,000 area. Let's look at all the comments, right? This looks like it's going to go down further to me. It clearly shows higher prices being rejected. It'll sell off. Somebody said, it ain't the bottom, dude. Someone said, looks like a descending triangle. Look, it got 4 likes. It may go way lower, this guy said. I don't see Bitcoin as a good buy. I mean, there were so many comments, people basically calling me out saying that I had no idea what I was doing and Bitcoin was going down, down, down. Somebody commented saying that Bitcoin's going to 3,000. Somebody said that, there were so many comments here about people calling me out saying I had no idea. This guy said, it's going to zero. Somebody said, don't do it. I see Bitcoin going to 2,000. Somebody goes, LOL. It's going much lower. Somebody said, buying back. Worst is yet to come. Bitcoin to $2,000. Well, guess what? Like normal, I was right, and everybody who commented saying I was an idiot was wrong. Dun, dun, dun. Now, let's be honest here. I have made some, bold predictions in the past, talking about certain cryptocurrencies, things like that. And I was a little optimistic. But this move here on Bitcoin, it caught my eye for so many reasons. And I've already talked about it in the other video that everybody hated me on. We said we had that triple bottom. That's why I was buying. You can see Bitcoin got all the way down here to the $3,800 area here. And now, today, guess what the price is? It's $9,883. Come on! Get on my level! Where are all the haters now? What's going to be amazing about this is I'm going to make this video, I'm going to put it on YouTube, and there's not going to be any comments. Everybody who hated on the video, me talking about buying Bitcoin when it was down 50%, they're all going to be like, oh, no, I'm not going to comment. It's so funny, though, because everybody wants to talk. Everybody wants to talk until they have to actually walk. And guess what? I'm out here, I'm talking, I'm walking the talk every single day. And look at this move, Bitcoin all the way up today. The high today was $9,972 from the lows back there on March 13th, rallying today almost to $10,000. Now, there's a couple of different reasons that this is happening, and I want to talk about why this is happening. So first off, we have the halving. Bitcoin at, I think it's on either May 11th or May 12th. The reward for the miners is going to be split in half. So that's going to remove a lot of the supply that's going into the market from the miners. You're now going to have half of the amount of Bitcoins being mined every day. So guess what? Supply, demand. How does it work? Well, you buy low, you sell high, and that's how we do it right here on the #1 day trading channel. But let's just talk about the actual reasons, the idea here behind why Bitcoin, why this could be such a explosion from here. Now, in the past, after the halvings or whatever you want to call it, the price of Bitcoin has doubled, tripled, quadrupled, whatever you want to put a number on it. Put a number on it, it's done it. It's went to the moon multiple times. Normally, there's a lot of volatility around the halving, and guess what? We're getting that volatility from 4,000 up there to almost 10,000 now. But let's talk about what's going on in the world right now, people. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. First off, the Fed is printing money like it's going out of style. I'm talking about trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. What's the market cap of Bitcoin? It's not even trillions of dollars. It's insane to think that this world is at a point where we're at. You know, if I would have told you a year ago that today the market would be where it is, the market would have crashed, coronavirus, we'd all be locked down, we'd all be wearing masks, and we'd all be afraid of germs. Well, you wouldn't have believed me. Nobody would have believed me, right? Nobody would have believed me. But today, here we are, and guess what? Again, nobody believed me. No one thought I knew what I was doing when I was buying Bitcoin here on the dip. And look at it now. It never even went lower than where I bought it at. That's what's the best about this. That's the best part about this. Bitcoin never went any lower after this dip. It's just been going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So who was right, who was wrong? But let's talk about this inflation idea, this idea of just printing money, printing it. Everyone just thinks that the best way to solve the issues that we have with the stock market today, with the monetary policy, with all this, with the world, is just print more money and give out money to everybody like it's going out of style. And it's actually mind-blowing at this point that we are where we are. Not just because of, not because of the virus and all that, but because it's just insane. What are we at? Like $24 trillion in debt the USA is in. So here's my hypothesis. My idea here is if let's say a year from now, the value of the dollar just keeps declining. Inflation, we get hyperinflation. This sounds insane, right? It sounds like it's never going to happen. But just imagine a world where the US dollar is just hyperinflated to a point where it's almost worthless. Well, guess what? That's where things like Bitcoin, gold, silver, and all that comes into play. I own gold, I own silver, and guess what? I own Bitcoin. Why would I not? At the end of the day, I'm a trader. At the end of the day, I'm looking at all of the different scenarios here. Guess what? Honestly, for me personally, if Bitcoin doesn't go to the moon, if the US dollar never crashes, if the world just goes back to normal, the stock market goes back to all-time highs, that's best case scenario for me, honestly. Best case scenario. I'm hedging the fact that the world could be totally different in a year from now. The same way that back in February where I was like, man, the market is just going higher and higher every day. Obviously, I didn't know about the whole pandemic thing, but in general, the market was going higher and higher every day. And I thought to myself, well, maybe I should buy some puts. Maybe I should hedge against the idea. I'm going to bet a little bit of money that I'm going to, make a little trade here. I'm going to make a little, what am I going to call it? I'm going to put a little bit of money up to the idea, small risk, big reward. And guess what? That's what we got. That's what we got with Bitcoin. Small risk, 100% return. What's up? But really, the same thing. Back in February, I could have bought puts on the market for pennies on the dollar. I could have bought like 280 SPY puts, pennies on the dollar. And, well, guess what? I could have made a lot of money, but I didn't do it because I was like, well, it's not going to happen. And anytime you hear about people making a lot of money in the market or really any, in general with business, things like that, the reason that a lot of people, the reason that these people make money in the market a lot of times is because they make calculated risk on things that most people don't expect to happen. So it's like the idea that, okay, I'm going to think that by the end of the year, the stock market's going to be back at all-time highs. Well, some people believe it's going to happen. Some people believe we're going to be in a bear market. But if you look for opportunity in things where people believe that it's not going to happen, that the chance of that happening is smaller, well, that's when the reward is much bigger. So this video is a prime example. When I made the last video, everybody said, no, Bitcoin's going lower, Bitcoin's going to zero, Bitcoin's going to 2,000, Bitcoin's going to keep crashing and crashing. The gig is up. It's all over, right? Everybody thought that was going to happen. And guess what? Now the FOMO is real, and everyone's like, damn it. I should have bought Bitcoin when it was at $5,000 back in March. I should have listened to Patrick. Well, guess what? Here we are, a month later. Well, not even a month yet. It's not even been a full month yet. Well, it has been a month. That was back in March. Yeah, okay, it's been about a month now. It's a little over a month. These are the daily candles. You can see Bitcoin now up there at 10,000. If you look at the chart here, we got some resistance coming up there. 10,000, I'd say 10,500 area is that next big resistance. If we can get Bitcoin to push above 10,500, it's game on, rock and roll, baby. I think this thing's going to go to the moon. After that, what do you got? You got 12,000, you got 14,000, and that area there recently popping up there, the $14,000 area. Now, You got the 200-day moving average here. So $8,000 is the kind of 200-day moving average. If we can't break, I think if Bitcoin can't break over that 10,500 area, we're probably going to get a pullback back down there to the moving average, which would put us at a really nice spot. A really nice spot for maybe another dip buy. I don't know. Maybe if you got extra money, maybe I'll look to buy some more at the $8,000 area if we do kind of use that 200-day moving average as support. But going into the halving, going into the halving, whatever, it's so hard to say. Going into the halving, there's a lot of momentum, a lot of people talking about Bitcoin, a lot of stuff going on. The market's rallying into the fact that this is a big deal for Bitcoin. And if you go back and you look at some other charts talking about when the other halvings happen, like I said, you can see those big returns happening after these key areas. So I just want to give you guys an update. Currently up over 100% on this trade on Bitcoin. Like I said, I was buying the dip back there in March. I let everybody know. I let everybody know. I was like, man, I'm buying the dip. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's do it. And look at us now at $10,000. So the key areas we're watching next, 10,500 and 12,000, 14,000 after that. So if we can push over that 10,500 area, we should look for a move up there to 12. After 12, we've got 14 coming up. Some people, they like to get a little optimistic here. Some people are putting Bitcoin at like 20, 30,000 by the end of the year. Is it possible? Maybe. Is it possible Bitcoin goes to zero? Maybe. But at the end of the day, what am I doing here? I'm just trading, baby. I'm looking for opportunities when other people aren't looking for the same opportunities. So when everybody else thought Bitcoin was going to crash, I was buying and I got the reward. And that's how it goes. That's really how you make money in the market. You look for opportunities when everybody else is looking at the opposite opportunity, and you look for a cheap way to play into that opportunity. I don't know how to say that the best way to put it into words, but if you take calculated risk, you look for opportunities when everybody else is not looking for it, it allows you to risk less because you pay less money to maybe buy options, to buy Bitcoin, things like that. So when the opportunity rises, you got to be able to pull the trigger, and that's what we did here on Bitcoin. And look at it now, up there to $10,000. So a lot of stuff going on, big moves coming. Get ready. Is it time to go to the moon? We're going to find out real soon. We'll see if we can break over 10,000. If we can't break 10,000, like I said, looking for the $8,000 area from there on the 200-day moving average. So that's what I got going on here. Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency. It's all good. So if you guys haven't already, do me one big favor, hit that like button, subscribe button down below.